Ever watch the news and feel like you're only getting half the story? The official explanation for a major event seems too neat, too simple. You sense there's more beneath the surface: hidden networks, private deals, and quiet alliances shaping what we see. This isn't wild paranoia. History is full of small, influential groups making big decisions in secret. Power doesn't always shout. It often whispers, moving through private connections and shared interests. These networks thrive in the shadows, not because of magic, but because secrecy gives them an edge. It's not about a single puppet master, but overlapping circles of elites, bankers, politicians, media owners, whose interests naturally align. They don't need a formal plan. Their shared worldview is enough to steer society in their favor. The result? A powerful current pulling us in directions we don't always understand. When we pull back the curtain, we're not looking for a villain, but a web of influence, money, connections, secrets. Understanding these networks helps us connect the dots between seemingly unrelated events. This isn't about finding monsters, but about seeing the world more honestly, who really holds the map, and how they draw the lines. By recognizing these patterns, we start to see the bigger picture. The journey into the shadows is about clarity, not fear. What is a secret society, really? Forget the cloaks and candles. A secret society is any group that hides its members, rituals, or goals from the public. Secrecy is the glue. It creates a sense of exclusivity and trust among members. Imagine a book club that requires secret oaths and handshakes, and never talks about its meetings. That's a secret society. The secrecy isn't just for fun, it's the foundation of the group's power. Throughout history, from ancient Greek mystery schools to modern fraternities, secrecy has bonded members and protected their interests. The Eleusinian mysteries, for example, kept their rites so secret that revealing them meant death. Today, whether it's a college fraternity or a global policy group, secrecy allows these networks to control their image, select members, and pursue their agenda without interference. It's a tool for influence, not just theatrics. By understanding secrecy as a strategy, we can see these societies for what they are: organized networks advancing their members' interests, hidden from public view. The real power is in what stays hidden, and that's why they matter. Some secret societies are legendary. The Freemasons began as medieval guilds, evolving into exclusive clubs for thinkers and leaders. Their secret rituals built trust, and their symbols, like the all-seeing eye, still spark curiosity. The Illuminati, founded in 1776, aimed to influence power and promote reason, but were banned just years later. Yet their myth endures, fueling centuries of conspiracy theories. Sometimes the myth is as influential as reality. Secret societies didn't vanish, they adapted. Skull and Bones at Yale is a prime example. Founded in 1832, it taps a handful of elite students each year. Alumni include presidents, senators, and CIA founders. Their intense rituals forge lifelong loyalty, creating a network that stretches into the highest levels of power. In 2004, both presidential candidates, Bush and Kerry, were Bonesmen. No matter who won, their secret club had a seat in the Oval Office. Then there's Bohemian Grove, where global elites gather in a private California forest each summer. Former presidents, CEOs, and military leaders attend, shielded from public scrutiny. The retreat's bizarre rituals and strict secrecy fuel speculation, but the real power is in the networking. Major decisions like the Manhattan Project reportedly began there. These aren't ancient myths, they're real, documented networks where the elite meet away from public eyes. The secrecy isn't just tradition, it's a tool for building alliances and shaping policy. These groups show how private networks can quietly steer the course of nations, and why secrecy still matters in the modern world. Sometimes the most secretive societies are inside our own governments. Intelligence agencies and covert military units have run operations so secret, even top officials were kept in the dark. Operation Gladio, for example, was a NATO-backed network in post-war Europe, officially to resist Soviet invasion. But it also staged bombings and blamed them on political enemies to sway public opinion. In the US, the CIA's MKUltra program experimented on unwitting citizens with drugs and mind control, destroying most records before Congress could investigate. These aren't theories, they're documented facts, revealed through declassified files and official hearings. Such programs show how secrecy can be used to bypass democracy and accountability. Shadow governments aren't just fiction, they're a real dangerous part of history, and they remind us why transparency matters. Not all hidden power is secret. Some of it operates in plain sight. The revolving door between government and big business lets insiders shape policy for their own benefit, blurring the line between regulator and regulated. No conspiracy is needed. The system itself rewards those with the right connections. Meanwhile, absurd conspiracy theories flood the public space, making real elite networks seem ridiculous by association. This noise distracts us from genuine issues, like regulatory capture and the normalization of inequality. The greatest trick is convincing us that this is just the way things are. When we accept that the powerful play by different rules, we stop demanding accountability. Power thrives when we stop asking questions. So, what do we do with all this? Secret societies are real, and so are covert government operations and elite networks. But it's not about believing every rumor or dismissing every concern. The key is critical thinking, asking who benefits, who's telling the story, and what evidence exists. Look for credible sources and documented facts, not wild speculation. Secrecy thrives in darkness, but public scrutiny forces hidden networks into the light. When citizens demand transparency, even the most secretive groups are forced to adapt. The antidote to hidden power isn't a counter-conspiracy, it's an informed, curious public. By questioning, seeking evidence, and refusing easy answers, we reclaim our own power. The world is complex, but asking questions is the first step to understanding it. A society that asks questions is a society that can't be easily controlled.